Good morning children and welcome back to the SST class. In our last class children, we did the chapter The United Nations, in which we learned about peace, international cooperation and humanity, which the United Nations encourages in the whole world. We also learned about the different organs of the UN, the specialized agencies of the UN, and what are the importance and few important dates which are adopted by the UN. Now children, today we are going to begin our new chapter, that is chapter 17, the freedom struggle. Children, from the name itself, little bit you can understand the freedom struggle means the struggle which was done by the people for getting freedom from the British rulers. Now you can see children, I have written this 1857 in red. Why? Because this is a very significant year children, because this was the year when the revolt, means that urge of independence, it started in the people. Though this revolt, it was not successful because it was very unorganized. But this revolt made educated people realize that there should not be any discrimination and the British rulers should pay attention to the people of India. And as we all are aware that India, that was ruled for more than 200 years by the Britishers, so this thing has to be made in notice to the British rulers that from so many years you are ruling our country, but still there are problems being faced by the educated mass and there are discriminations that were being made with the people by these British rulers. The educated people, they understood the motive of the British and became highly dissatisfied with them, and thus they started forming institutions and associations of their own in order to draw the attention of the British rulers. And this revolt of 1857 made also realize the people the injustice that was being made with the people, and they started valuing the freedom. You can refer to page number 121 children of your SST book. In that you will find how this revolt started and how this Indian National Congress was formed. Now when these kind of problems were arising, there was a need for a proper group or organization to carry forward or to carry out the problems being taken in front of the British rulers. Now this was the organization, that was the Indian National Congress. Now at the same time children, this Indian National Congress was formed by the Indians, but there was also support from the Englishmen or the Britishers, in which one of the person who is very well known because he helped in the formation of INC was H.O. Hume. He was the retired ICS officer, Indian Civil Service officer, in the year 1885. You can write down his name children, H.O. Hume, retired ICS officer. He helped people to form INC, and he was the one who told them how to carry out the problems of the normal people in front of the British rulers. Now the first session of this INC was held in Bombay, and after that they met in different cities everywhere. The first president of INC was W.C. Banerjee, and initially, children, the main demand was to bring reforms so that Indians could lead a more free and better life under the British rule. And the main, you can say, the major important groups of this INC were the moderates and the radicals. The moderates, they had the main leaders were Dadabhai Naoroji, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Madan Mohan Malviya and Surendranath Banerjee. They opted the way that was very simple. As from the name itself, children, you can understand moderate. We say no, very moderate temperature, very moderate climate. It means what? Normal, simple. They opted those simple ways. Who? Dadabhai Naoroji, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Surendranath Banerjee and Madan Mohan Malviya. They thought of persuading the Britishers by taking their problems and slowly requesting them that these are the problems, please can you take care of the few things which the people are suffering. But it was of no use. It all went in vain. Because the Britishers, they did not agree with this normal persuasion, and slowly this thing took a very intense and agitating phase, and that was carried forward by the radicals. Now, who were the main leaders of the radicals? They were known as Lal Bal Pal. Now, who were this Lal Bal Pal? They were Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Bipin Chandra Pal. Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bipin Chandra Pal. They were known as Lal, Bal and Pal. They were the ones, children, who demanded Swaraj or self-government, and they told we should stop using the English goods, and we should even stop taking their jobs and should join the normal movements that are taking part, that we should take part in the national normal movements for our country, and we should urge or we should ask for freedom. And slowly, gradually, this started taking a bigger and a very violent phase, and this movement, it got a proper phase when Mahatma Gandhi joined it. Though Mahatma Gandhi told that we should opt for non-violence, but there were groups who opted non-violence, and there were even groups which took violence as a weapon to take freedom. This was all for today, children. But one very important thing which I want you to know, that it is not just a chapter, children, for you. It is a very important part of your life. Why? Because we hear about freedom, we listen about freedom fighters, we get to know their stories from our parents, from our grandfather, grandmother. We know why we celebrate Independence Day, but we don't know the struggle which was there for this one day, that is 15th August 1947. See, children, I would like you to go through this chapter with pure heart, and you should have that feeling in you, because this is not just a chapter, children. It is a sacrifice of hell number of people. Innumerable people. It is a sacrifice of their lives. It is a sacrifice of their education which they have done for our country. That's all, children. Thank you.